Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky. We're picking up on the edge of a vast ocean today, and there's a reason for that. With my newfound ship upgrade and the added inventory space that it's come with, I've decided to take this opportunity to use up some of the inventory space on our exosuit on some technology upgrades, because I've got some more inventory space, and I figure now would be the time that I'm least likely to miss using that up. One of the upgrades that I've been most interested in testing is the underwater breathing technology that we've gotten here. Let's see, the aeration membrane sigma, to see exactly how much it helps us breathe underwater. So what I'm going to do here is time between splashdown into the water and the time that our oxygen runs out. And that turns out to be about 1 minute and 5 seconds. Now we'll start taking damage directly to our shields if we don't exit the water. And waiting for our oxygen to come back up to full. Another little outcropping here. And then hop into our exosuit. Go ahead and install technology. Aeration membrane sigma for 50 iron and 100 carbon. And then let's try that again, shall we? Another deep dive. And that gave us about 1 minute and 38 seconds. Unfortunately, we're also taking radiation damage now as we outlasted our hazard protection while we were underwater. So about a 30-second difference. The way that it ends up working, I don't have anything to recharge it. The way that it ends up working is that you don't take any oxygen damage until the membrane runs out, and the membrane can be recharged even while you're underwater. So although 30 seconds may not sound amazing, I think the added benefit of being able to go underwater with like a stack of titanium or zinc, something like that. Yeah, that's radiation damage. And then just recharge yourself while you're down there is maybe where the true value of that is going to come from. Now, since we are highly radioactive now, I do want to just get back to my ship, and I want to get off this rock. There is a particular... cool. There is a particular anomaly in space that I would very much like to visit. Alright, and we're safe and sound back inside our spaceship. Alright, so the anomaly is this way. I'm gonna have to get off the planet and then probably kind of cut back would be the fastest way to get there. Exiting the atmosphere will allow us to use our pulse engine, and that'll probably be our most efficient route. Right, so once we get to here, let's lock in on it and go. Ah, man, planetary interference. Isn't that always the way? All right, tell you what, get a little bit more altitude. Try that one more time. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Nope, no pulse drives for us. Okay. Tell you what, swing back around and see if we can't deal with this guy first. Yeah, you didn't like that very much, did you? Nice. Solid 3 shots with our newfound phase beam upgrades. Seem to be enough to take out these guys. As long as we get all of it on them. There we go. Oh, that's not good. Let's go ahead and recharge our deflector shield. A little titanium, and where are you, buddy? 1, 2, and third time is the charm. Nope, not quite. Okay. Just like barely needed to tap him again. And then these guys are kind enough to drop something for us. And our standing with the Korvax is also increased. Nothing found. Lovely. Now we got a neutrino module. Anything else? We mostly fought these guys like in atmosphere. Certainly wish the loot was a little bit easier to spot after those harrowing space battles. Alright. I think it's lost to the gravity well that is the planet. 3 hours seems like maybe a little too long. Let's instead do something like that. Come on, planetary interference. I think I should have just maybe shot myself out into space to get a better angle on all this. There we go. Nope, nope, nope. How about right there? Actually, don't want the space station. I want the anomaly, but they seem pretty close together. I'm gonna get yanked out of pulse right there. And let's see if boosting. It's like a 2-minute, minute and a half run. Let's go ahead and burn the pulse engine for it. Just takes thamium. We can find it literally everywhere in space. Alright, another anomaly. So we've got, I'm assuming each one of these is just always going to be, that's not the entrance. The entrance is on the other side. Each one of these is going to be Polo and the priest, Nada, I think. Let's go and get ourselves inside. Alright. Now, when I arrived in system, basically I arrived right next to this thing and just sort of flew down to the planet to goof around down there. But I wanted to see what they're going to have to say. Priest entity Nada. It is Nada. Physics simplistic, chemistry arbitrary, hypothesis simulation. Galaxy not base existence. Explore but beware red orb. Find flaws in model. Exploit. Find truth. Yes, no? Nada is plugged into a bank of instruments as I approach. Suns flare and die on the panels. Voxel molecules pop in and out of existence in matched pairs. I see error messages reeling on the readouts and am perplexed. Nada sees me and explains, there are repeating patterns all across the galaxy. Identical elements where there should be endless divergence. This cannot be a coincidence. Did the Atlas do this? Across the room, Polo giggles. Okay, so from like the 5th second that I turned on the game, my immediate question was, is this a simulation? It seemed less as though we were awakening from a spaceship crash and more that we were jacking into our own matrix. The physics is simplistic. The chemistry seems arbitrary. Priest entity Nada's hypothesis is that this is all a simulation. We need to find flaws in the model, exploit it, and find the truth. Do we agree? And then, of course, resources to aid, shortcut to the center, or resume the path of the Atlas. Since I've got a waypoint right now, I think I'm going to do another resources to aid. This will probably be the last time I choose this. Once I hit this next waypoint, then I think it's on to find a shortcut to the center. And once I've done that, the next time I run into them, it'll be resume the path of the Atlas so that we can get back on it. But for now, jetpack booster Tau, extended burst of propulsion. Might not be too bad. I've already got one jetpack booster Sigma on right now. I haven't noticed a huge difference between it and the standard. It didn't take too long to look at all these. So we've got a thermic, toxic, and heat suppression stuff going on right now. These will come into play the next time we encounter one of those planets. We're just on a radioactive planet, so it wasn't really all that useful. And then a generic just shield boost in order to give our shields better duration and charge capacity. This little guy, however, is fully charged down. Let's go with titanium. Also tacked on a life support module for just longer life support when we're on planets. So that's degrading slower now naturally. All in all, just we're upgraded all across the board, right? Like everything's just a little bit better. And now, what about you, Mr. Polo? Nuisance pirates. Who are they? Who builds their ships? Exciting to fight, though. Polo moves to embrace me when I enter, but I recoil instinctively, trained to defend myself after so many sudden, brutal encounters with ill-tempered wildlife. Disappointment flashes in the Gek's wide eyes. I try to apologize, but the mechanic talks over me, suggesting that perhaps I would feel more comfortable in the company of pirates. Naturally, they'd attack me on sight, but should I survive, we might glean insight into their technology. Transmit pirate data for destroying... Okay, so this is for hitting the journey level 3 or above. Like 1, 3, then 5, I think? Polo eyes me cautiously, pleased that the task is completed, but not willing to let the earlier insult go. They grunt, hand me a blueprint, turn away. Are we still friends? Homing grenades. Interesting. Alright, I don't think I really used the... I've just noticed. Sometimes Nada stands up here, other times down there. I don't really use the grenades offensively enough. Oh! I think I may have missed this the last couple of times that I've actually been on and failed to notice that there is a potential upgrade over here. Sublime Recoil, M55. 10 slots isn't ours also? I think ours is 11? Yeah. Unfortunate. Range boost. I don't think it has anything quite unique enough to warrant losing an additional slot either. Oh well, maybe another time. So... It's definitely just upgrades from him every time based upon our journey milestones, and then Nada seems to give us something based upon just what we choose, right? This is actually the very next system after where I was previously. I haven't gone all that far. Whenever I jumped in and there was an anomaly in system, I knew that I wanted to show that to you guys. Especially with the whole this is a simulation. Was it created by the red orb? How do we exploit it? Etc., etc. This next system is only going to have one planet in it, so that'll be relatively quick to explore. Certainly give us something to do, and then we'll probably continue on our way. I think I've got plenty of warp fuel. Having just encountered the Atlas station in the previous system, I know I've got like at least 3, maybe 4. I might be able to make it all the way without even needing to worry about refueling yet. Alright, coming out right on top of this planet. We'll do a quick pulse scan. Resource deposit discovered. Alright. The last time I went to a resource deposit, that took like an hour. That's why I chuckle. Now, what is that? So I understand the space station is here. There's a line leading to the planet, but there's something... Oh, it's a spaceship traveling along it. Okay. It's just their their engine wake is what I was seeing there. Interesting. All right, we'll go ahead and lock on with our pulse drive, and hopefully arrive right where I want to. Now, the last time that this was a Iridium deposit, it was certainly not a Iridium deposit. Instead, being something that I probably don't have on me right now. Emerald, I believe, was the element. That sounds about right. I wonder if the same is true here. That might be a bug, that it's always saying that it's a Iridium deposit. I'm not really sure. It seemed like that planet, at least the little bit that I saw of it, had tons of emerald all over, and like not just really at that deposit site. Yeah, I think those arches are something. Tell you what, we'll sit down right here. I can already see tons of other minerals nearby. Peaceful. Sentinels are low. Fauna is undetected. Flora is deficient. I wonder if undetected is the same as absent. Although, will it not tell us? Yeah, it shows nothing. Hey, I can upload it and receive 0 credits. So, it's certainly something. Alright, this is nickel. So, I get the feeling that maybe the type of deposit is a little bit bugged. I bet you I'm going to get a journey milestone for uploading. Yep, discovered all species on 3 planets. Oh yeah. So that's actually kind of interesting, knowing that we do get rewarded for reaching certain levels of journey milestones. You can easily get the scanner completion by turning in planets that have 0 life on them as fully scanned. That's not right. Now, I don't know that nickel is all that valuable. Like, it doesn't sell for nearly as much as emerald does, and I don't think I have anything that requires it. I'm beginning to find that there are a lot of resources that do mean something. Most of these neutral resources, like nickel, copper, gold, emerald, they're recipes for a lot of blueprint upgrade type stuff. They're not the basic things for just powering your ship or your exosuit, but they are necessary for all kinds of other stuff. Give an example of what this is going to need. So like aluminum, for example, I don't really need much, but is needed to make that health module. Chrysonite is needed for the jetpack booster Tau, or aluminum. Some of these required like a lot of microdensity fabrics were really popular here. This one actually needed like a gravitino ball, which I bought off of a traveling merchant. Also in a previous like unshown journey, I got a blueprint to craft magmox. It is real hard to make. It's fairly valuable at 30,000. I guess it does kind of condense plutonium, thamium, and carbon into something that only takes a single inventory slot and is then easily sold. That seems to be the biggest advantage. But I don't think I have anything that needs nickel, interestingly enough. What about you? See, like, that requires neutrino modules, which I otherwise had always just thought were, like, a trade commodity. They are a trade commodity. So even trade commodities have their use in technology. Oh, this actually requires nickel. It's right here. Maneuverability and longer boost during pulse spaceflight. I don't know that that's something I really feel like I need. Really wish I could figure out how to get Omegon. Omegon? That also might be worthwhile. 6 carite sheets and 500 iridium for deflection enhancement. I mean, that sounds real good. It really does. Zinc, platinum, emerald. I might want to consider getting a couple of deflection enhancements and just stacking them side by side somewhere on my ship's layout. Carite, which means lots of iron, iridium, zinc, platinum, emerald. Okay. Well, tell you what. If you look around here, so besides the nickel, which I don't feel is super valuable to me, I am, however, seeing resources littered everywhere. Now, the majority of the planet is pretty barren, but just like, this is likely to be a iridium deposit. That maybe looks like gold. I'm not sure what the arches are. There's certainly something, though. Let's fly over to one of them and check. Oh, that was a little depletion of jetpack. Okay, so just out of range. Come on. I saw it burn right at the end there. Okay, so that is iridium. I probably want to mine that. Should have put a ring on it. Am I right? Let's see here. And this can't just be the formation of the planet, right? Like, it looks too interesting to just be rock. Really? There's no resource out of this. Mining beam. Ew. All we've got on us is carbon. Nope. Huh. That actually really surprises me. I would have expected that to be some kind of resource. Okay. Well then, let's have water. I think I'm gonna spend a while here, and this is gonna be a little mindless and dull, truth be told. So I tell you what, guys. Instead of doing an episode where I spend like an hour cutting rocks into tiny rocks and then come back to say, okay, here's what we've got, and then be done with it, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this episode up now. It's going to be relatively short, I realize, but that's the way it works sometimes. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to subscribe. There's lots more on the channel. Leave a like or a comment if you've got anything to say about this or any of my other videos, and I will catch you guys next time.